But Surah Al-Hujuraat talks about the engagement, interaction, how we can interact with one another and how we should behave when we are dealing with other human beings. This ayah starts by clarifying one of the most fundamental problems that human societies see, and that causes division in human society. Allah says, Ya ayyuhan nasu inna khalaqnakum min zakarin wa untha wa ja'alnakum shu'uban wa qabaila lita'arafu inna akramakum inda Allahi atqakum inna Allaha alimun khabir. So, three important problems or difficulties that lead to division in the society, or that leads to boasting, looking down upon, which is the main topic of this surah, when people boast about their lineage, or they boast about their possessions, or they boast about their families that belong to such and such. First, Allah says, Ya ayyuhan nas, O mankind, all of you, all mankind, believers and non-believers, inna khalaqnakum. Indeed, I have created you. You have not created yourself. You do not have any say what DNA you get, what parents you get, where you are born, what skills you are born with. You have nothing at all to do with that. Inna khalaqnakum. It is Allah who provides that. Number two, min zakarin wa unsan. And if you think that your family, your tribe, your nation is somehow better than anyone else, then you're certainly mistaken, massively mistaken. Why? Because min zakarin wa unsa, I created you from a single pair of male and female, the Adam and Eve. So how come you describe today yourselves to be superior and inferior and better and less better? You have man-made criteria. They do not hold good at all when you put any evidence to them. After clarifying this fundamental problem with the human psyche, I am better than the other one, then Allah clarifies another thing. وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ. And we have made you into tribes and nations because it had to be that way. People had to have more pigmentation. People need to have less pigmentation. And that doesn't define anything. Allah says, I have created you in different colors, shapes, forms, only as a means of identity, as a means of you identifying one another. These are this ethnicity, this is that group. That is all. It does not have anything to do with you being better or inferior to anyone else. Nothing to do at all. Your origin is one. You come from the same lineage. So somebody who claims that I am better than others needs to give evidence. Where has he come from? Because everybody else has come from God Almighty's creation through Adam and Eve. So where does he come from if he claims to be better than others? Identity is the only issue here. That's all. And that identity does not in any way contradict anybody's being good or anybody being bad. Inna akramakum. And then the third and most important criteria. So is there a criteria for somebody who is superior, akramakum, somebody who is better than others? Inna akramakum, certainly the best among you, or the noble. I think this word akrama is very important because the Arabs, they used to use this word kareem or akram for somebody who is a noble descent, a noble lineage. And after destroying all those myths in the first part of this ayah, Allah now gives us the real criteria. Allah says, Inna akramakum indallah. In the sight of Allah, the real noble person, it is to do with atqakum, your God consciousness, God fearness, God awareness. Because the more conscious you are about Creator, the more conscious you are about the hereafter, the more conscious you are about the accountability on the Day of Judgment. That's what taqwa means. If there was a nobility criteria, then the most noble among you would be the one who is more God conscious. His behavior, her behavior, attitude, actions, interactions, they would be completely different than a person who doesn't care, who has no care for such things. Oh, our family used to be doing this, that, and the other. We have been nobles and royal family from this, that, and the other. Means nothing. If your character, your behavior, your attitude, your deeds, your actions, if they are rubbish, you're not a noble person. Inna Allah alimun khabir. Allah knows everything. Don't try to pretend that you are noble. Allah knows exactly who you are. Allah knows exactly what you are. You are the one who is your actions. Your actions speak much louder than your words and your pretensions. And this is the bane of especially Muslim communities these days, and Muslim countries. You find, sadly, despite the Quranic principle being so clear and so categorical, we see these divisions. People are higher khandan, higher family. They wouldn't marry into the other families, other tribes, thinking that they are inferior to us and we are superior to them. And this kind of mentality has actually wreaked havoc with the social setup, with the social fabric of the Muslim communities, or any community for that matter, who follow these kind of fake identities and fake sense of I am better than the other one. And Allah says, there's nothing to do with it. In the sight of Allah, it means nothing.